Let's start Indiana, Notre Dame. Pat, what are your early thoughts here on this game as we're now 1 week out? We can start to really get into it.
I can't wait for the Indiana State Championship. It's going to be fantastic. Ticket prices tell me that Indiana fans are doing everything they can to get in the stadium because this is your once in a lifetime, and you can get there easily. A lot of them live in that area. So I think the big thing, Indiana has to handle the moment. And if you remember the start of the Ohio State game, which was their last handle the moment task, they did. And then the punt team just fell apart on them, and it kind of snowballed from there. But Notre Dame, punishing dominant defense, very good running game, okay passing game. I think that if Notre Dame can establish the line of scrimmage, it's going to be a long night for Indiana. But Indiana's pretty good against the run. And so I think if you can force Riley Leonard to have to do a lot, that might play into Indiana's hands there. But the other thing, of course, Indiana's offensive line and quarterback did not handle pressure at all against Ohio State. They've got to do better in that area because Notre Dame with Al Golden's not a big pressure guy, but you watch the film and he's going to dial it up on him.
That was going to be my point. Is can Indiana handle the pressure because they did not in Columbus. Well, they did the first drive, and that went really well. That first drive, it was probably clearly scripted. We'll march down the field and scored a touchdown, take a 7-0 lead against Ohio State. And then, gosh, everything completely changed. And all of a sudden they couldn't block anybody. And that's what sticks out to me is that's the big matchup to watch is can they block someone? Can they give Kurtis Rourke time and given the weather, right? Snowy and so cold, throwing the ball in this sort of climate and weather can be an issue. So that would be certainly one of my concerns is their passing game and the footing for receivers, the footing for the quarterback. And I kind of give the nod to Notre Dame and kind of how they, what they lean on as a really solid defense and kind of a team that runs the ball and leans on the run a lot. Certainly give them the edge in this one. Dan, we mentioned ticket prices. I know you kind of researched some ticket prices last week. I'm assuming they're all probably still the same. And the Notre Dame Indiana ticket, average ticket or cheapest ticket, get in price, as they might say, was $1,000 just a few days ago. And that led it all the other games. The next one was around $350 for Tennessee, Ohio State, $300 for Clemson and Texas, and then $120 or so for SMU, Penn State. So that this is a hot ticket. Pretty going to be pretty exciting, incredible atmosphere.
It's going to be electric, just cold, electric blanket.
Yeah.
Look at if you can throw the ball with any kind of accuracy, it helps the passing game in the snow because the cuts that the wide receiver knows where he's going, and so the little up and out becomes a deadly. There weren't a whole lot of players. You think about some of the NFL quarterbacks that have done this, that have that accuracy. Brady, Rodgers, like those guys were devastating in cold weather and in snow. But you have to have that accuracy. If you don't, forget it.